Hey, speaking of dummies, anybody know any flat earthers? Do you know anybody who actually believes that there is a flat Earth?
You know what? Statistically speaking, we probably do.
Yes.
But not an outspoken one. Oh, you know an outspoken one?
I mean, I don't know how outspoken, but I met a flat earther at a Chiefs game who was very... Sammy Watkins thinks the Earth is flat.
There's
ex-Chiefs player, plays for the Ravens now.
There's also a basketball player. Is it one of those?
Kyrie Irving, I think.
Kyrie Irving that believes in flat Earth?
That's one of them. I can't remember if it's Kyrie or not, but there's a couple of sports stars who...
I got into like a vortex of like looking it up, like what they actually do believe. And it's wild. It's wild. Like there's a giant ice wall a la Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm. Being protected by the military?
Being protected by NASA.
By the American military that was started by an American. So Earth has an ice wall that's been protected and held secret by all the societies by an American institution that was invented in the 50s or 40s or whatever the hell it is.
Uh-huh.
Like yesterday?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So...
Go on. I'm compelled.
Good luck poking holes in that.
I'm compelled to hear more.
And there's like a dome, like a dome over us.
Oh yeah.
I'm just curious. I'm curious to see what's on the other side. Like what's underneath us.
On the upside down.
What's on the other side?
Series of pipes.
NASA was established in 1958. So, yesterday.
Yep.
So you may think, yeah, it's Looney Tunes. But some people who believe in this flat Earth stuff, they're in our government. Like there are elected officials that are flat Earth believers.
Yeah.
And this is one Georgia. This is a Georgia politician, and this is from her YouTube show called Jesus, Guns, and Babies.
Okay.
This is her talking about flat Earth.
I can't unsee this. All the globes everywhere. I turn on TV. There's globes in the background. There's globes on.
Oh yeah. So basically, we're being brainwashed by all the globes.
Globe industry.
Yes, by the globe industry.
The Golden Globes.
So there's so many globes around. The globe industry is brainwashing us.
Snow globes, the globe trotters. No, thank you. Oh!
Here she goes.
I can't unsee this. All the globes everywhere. I turn on TV. There's globes in the background. There's globes on there right here. Like this would be a globe if I was a normal person. Like everywhere there's globes. My children will be like, Mama, globe, 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 globe. They're everywhere. And that's what they do to brainwash. And so for me, if it is not a conspiracy, if it is, real, why are you pushing so hard? Everywhere I go, every store, you buy a globe. There's globes everywhere. Every movie, every TV show, news media. Why?
It makes sense.
Well, what makes sense now is that I've been searching for really which industry, which part of retail should I be in? I should be selling globes because apparently every store sells globes.
Everywhere I look is a globe.
I've seen more bananas today than I have seen globes.
Okay, I'm just going to...
It's almost as if the spherical shape is the common denominator in the entire universe or something.
Hang on. I'm going to... Listen.
It's the pushing.
Did you guys see that I just pinned my own legs underneath me while you're having that conversation?
It's the globes pushing.
Did you just fall off your chair?
I accidentally depressed a lever on my chair, and I had my feet tucked in the thing underneath this, and I literally pinned myself into this chair, and I thought my calves were going to explode. And I was trying not to scream on the air while she was going, I hate these globes! I'm like making fun of a flat earther, and then I literally pinned myself into a chair. So, you know what? Maybe we're not better than that.
I'm going to spin around right now, and I'm going to tell you how many globes I see. I'll do a full 360, okay?
My husband's testicles look like two little globes down there.
Globes?
All right, there's a 360.
Look at your damn head.
We're all walking around with a neck with a big globe on top of it. What are they trying to prove?
Hey, here's my report, by the way. I spun twice.
Yes. Globe report?
15 globes.
15 globes?
15
God dang.
globes. Damn, she's right. Everywhere I turn, there's a globe.
I want to see more maps. Maps are flat.
Yeah.
Listen, I understand. When you push something so much, you start to get a little I'm all about questioning everything. Question everything.
Our logo's a globe.
But, sometimes there are
That's
answers.
I feel like the biggest thing I see on the flat Earth stuff is like people trying to disprove Earth's curvature by just not understanding science,
Right, yeah.
It's the same people that are like, the TikTok people that are like, how does the mirror know behind the piece of paper is my phone charger?
Right. You have to
I'm
have
like,
a grasp.
that was like fourth grade science, dog.
Yeah,
about like light and convection and the way light hits our eyes, and but that's cool, man. I guess the mirror world exists.
There are
the mirror
steps.
people are in on it.
Yeah, you have to have a grasp of simple math to be able to do addition.
Right.
There are steps. Explain electricity to me. Well, if you can't see it, I guess you shouldn't believe in it. I guess you can't use it.
Corey, I did, on the instant feedback, I did watch Behind the Curve. Watch that documentary.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It made me sad. It made me really sad.
It was wild.
Well, it made me sad because, Behind the Curve is I think it's on Netflix. So it's a documentary about flat earthers and basically them all believing in that conspiracy or the theory of the flat earth.
Yeah.
Like they've built their own kind of friendship circle. Like they're all friends because they all believe in that one thing. There's conventions, relationships have been formed.
That's every cult, dude. Everything you see, we all just want to belong to a tribe, man.
Yeah, and that's where my sadness jumps.
Yeah.
Because and we were talking about it earlier, everybody needs something to be kind of a little obsessive about or be into. But like that stuff, it's like getting everybody together because there's so much tension.
It's a bond. It's a common bond.
Right, but that tension I feel like is not like good for their souls, and that's what makes me sad.
Tribalism in general is bad.
Well,
because then you become, anytime you view anything through a single lens, it becomes problematic because it's like if everything I view is through the lens of flat earther or some identification that you put on yourself. If I view everything through a comedian lens, and I never look at it as a human. I'm always looking at everything through. You make yourself one-dimensional, man, and then you become uncredible.
Yeah, the sad part of that Behind the Curve thing was when science when they were presented with scientific evidence. Remember they were doing the laser experiment where they were going to put one laser a certain distance away from where the laser would be caught to
show that it's the same elevation or whatever.
They still refuse to believe.
Right, and every time they do like an actual extensive experiment, it never comes up well for them. And then it has to be bent. Oh, keep your mind.
And then they'll make an excuse because everything then, their whole life would be pretty much a lie.
But you know what I'm saying? Like the tribalism that like gets into these bonding over tension. That makes me so sad. Because, ultimately, what are we here for, man? Like, we're trying to find peace. And, finding more people to share the tension and the stress and the conspiracies and all that is not super healthy. Keep open your mind to everything and be attached to nothing.
Okay.